everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am your host, Matthew Shadorn, and I am joined, as always, by my chief researcher, who I'm pretty sure is still drunk from last night, Anna Domini. Anna, how are you doing today?
I am fine. Not even hungover, which is good.
No? Wow.
Yeah, I thought I was going to feel really terrible, but I just feel
You're finally
like...
taking my drinking advice.
Was that just never stop?
Don't get hungover.
Yeah, I just feel like regular morning terrible rather than, you know, acute hungover terrible. So yeah, that's actually related to my miracle story this week. Do you want to hear about that now, or?
I just wanted to say one thing about drinking.
Just to be very judgy at me.
Yesterday I coughed a bit, and Alice was like, take an LFT, and I was like, it's not COVID. It's probably because I drank half a bottle of wine last night. She's like, you drank a whole half a bottle of wine? And I was like, yeah, and I pointed to the bottle of wine on the counter.
And it was empty.
It was like, oh, actually, that was almost empty. So. But that's probably why I have a slight cough today.
Okay.
Anyways, Anna, have you done anything saintly or had anything miraculous happen to you lately?
Yes, I got a job in this economy.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, all those years of saying that you're not my friend and we're in fact colleagues paid off because you gave me a very nice reference. From what I understand, I haven't seen it, but it was a conditional offer and now it's an unconditional offer. So I guess that means that you were at least the minimum level of complimentary about me. So
no, all I did was I sent back an email that just said caveat emptor.
What does that mean?
Buyer beware.
Fair enough.
Congratulations. I'm glad that, I gave you a very glowing reference, as you would imagine.
All those years of working for nothing finally paid off.
Yeah, I figure I owed you a favor. So
yeah.
What is a couple lives between colleagues?
Excellent. Yeah, so the reason that the hangover is relevant to the miracle is obviously I was celebrating last night whilst doing my research, so it may be total garbage this week.
This week?
Yeah, whoa. Really big lies in that reference then.
That's good. Now, I'm curious because you were fighting for a higher salary than they offered you. Yeah. Did you get that in the end?
I had to lower my original demand. Like I settled for less than I asked for, but it was more than it was the amount that I wanted because that's how negotiating works.
Yeah, it's like you just explained how negotiating. Like, you're going to write a book now.
Yeah.
Like, Anna's tips on negotiation.
Well, you know,
what you do is you ask for something higher, and then when they compromise, you actually get what you want.
No one's thought of that before. No, I mean, that and getting 10 grand off the asking price of our home, like, I feel like that qualifies us me and Danny, to write a book together, you know?
I don't know. You guys are not the most assertive people I know.
Exactly.
So it's like... just like...
Yeah,
like
negotiating
passive,
for passive people. There's the book title.
for beta personalities.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Polite your way to more money. There you go.
And you have Fridays off now, so the podcast can go up to weekly.
God. No. I should never have told you that it was 4 days a week. That was
Could we do 3 a month?
Oh, God.
At least.
A bonus half-monthly extra one.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe.
It'd be on a topic of your choice.
Well, as I said, I've sort of thought that we could maybe start running a gig. So that would be something to keep me busy. So watch this space. If you're listening and you're in Oxford and you are free during the days.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Very advanced marketing, given that we do not have a venue yet or a price or a time or anything.
Have you reached out to anybody about that yet?
I have not.
Okay, well.
I was too busy making sure that the podcast was going to be excellent.
Good job.
Wow.
Well, we'll see.
That's the thing with your reference. Like, all the words look good, but what they don't know is you were just being deeply sarcastic. Like, yeah, sure. Yeah. I'd hire out of her at a drop of a hat.
Oh, she's the best employee I've ever worked with. Oh, so reliable. Oh.
Wow.
I was like, I'm not sure this tone is coming through. Oh, well, they'll get it. They know me. They don't know me. Well, that's good. I'm happy for you. It sounds like a boring job, but good for you, huh?
Well, you know, you're relieved that I'm getting more money because that might mean I stop asking you for some. So
that's true. Which is really a pointless endeavor because again, I do not work. I am the primary carer for a baby. That's just what I do.
Baby / man.
Yeah, the giant man.
How about you? Have you had anything miraculous happen or done anything saintly other than writing my reference?
Yes, that was quite a good and
selfless thing. Although, as we've established, not really, because if I'm happy, you're happy.
I suppose so. Yes, your happiness is paramount to me above all others. I guess I did something kind of saintly this week, which is I brought sight to the sightless.
Wow, that's also kind of miraculous. Healing the blind. That was one of Jesus's calling cards, I believe.
Yeah. No, the baby's had conjunctivitis all week, and he's had super gummy eyes, which is gross.
And you still love him. That's very saintly.
Yeah. And they've been swollen and pink, and they just like have like nasty eye boogers that are just, it was amazing how they spread across his eyes. It was nuts. So we've been dealing with that, and I think we're on the other side of it now. Every day we're like, should we go to the doctor? We should go to the doctor, right? We should go to the doctor.
Oh.
But then every day it got a little bit better, so we feel like it's okay. But yeah, somehow the baby got pink eye.
And you two avoided it, so that speaks to your levels of hygiene, I assume.
Yeah.
Because it is very infectious, isn't it?
Just the way that my eyes look, I feel like I have like a congenital pink eye. Like I've always had pink eye. Like I have a kind of chronic pink eye that's just been there forever. And that's why my eyes are so like, unfortunately, weird looking. Actually, I realized not too long ago that I think my eyes look terrible, and it's because my prescription is so high that like
you're just kind of slightly squinting.
Yeah, well, they make my eyes look really small.
Yeah.
Because if I go like that, see how much
you actually have
bigger
bigger
my eyes
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's interesting because, like, I think mine might be the opposite. I think I look nicer with my glasses on, but some people look like nicer with their glasses off.
No, mine, they're like normal size, but then here they're like, oh, they're just so tiny.
See, now, like, for me, seeing that, it's like, I just, I saw your tiny eyes as just like, Matthew just has tiny eyes. And then when you took the glasses off, it's like, oh, actually, Matthew's quite handsome.
Thank you.
So I never saw it before. I was like, what does Alice see in him? And now, I get it.
He looks like a human mole. Why would anybody? And Alice is so attractive. I imagine you have like a whiteboard with just like all this stuff scrawled on it. Just a picture of me and a picture of Alice.
And then Tavish, who's beautiful. How did that work with 50% Matthew?
Doesn't Tavish have tiny little beady eyes? It's just the prescription. And I should get some contacts. This is why I'm not on television.
Right. Okay. So once you get contacts, the world's your oyster.
Anyways.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, before we get started, big news. Ooh. We have not one, but 2 subscribers to the Patreon.
Oh my god.
Very exciting.
That's huge. That means we've doubled our subscriber numbers.
I know. I forgot to last week give a shout out to our first subscriber, a nice lady named Emily. Last name redacted. But
thank you so much, Emily Redacted.
And then we got another one that is another fine young woman named Jillian.
Redacted. Are they cousins?
Yeah. They might be related. I don't know. I'm sure that they would get along very well because they have the same high quality taste in podcasts. But thanks so much to them. Now they have access to 13 episodes of Ain't Misbehavin', our Patreon exclusive sideshow. And so if you want to join them there and be really cool. And even if you can't subscribe, if you don't have the money or you don't feel like it, that's totally fine. But if you could tell people about the podcast, that'd be really amazing.
Rate, review, and subscribe.
You don't even have to tell anybody. If you just tell iTunes, that'd be amazing. So.
And write in. We're on saintmisbehavinpod@gmail.com. There's no G in behavin', but there is in Gmail. So that's also something you can do for us if you want to show your appreciation non-monetarily.
Just send an email. That'd be nice.
Also, I want to do a shout out to Andy, who I saw at New Year, and he was like, I was so sorry to hear about the live show being cancelled and about your diarrhea. And I was so confused because I'd completely forgotten about that. Oh. So thanks, Matthew.
Who's Andy?
He's a friend of Danny's.
Oh, okay.
And the podcast. He listens a lot. So
that's good. So Anna, today is January 30th,
it is.
2022. Who is today's saint?
Well, we're actually preparing this week for February the 3rd. And it's good news for you. You'll figure out why, but I won't tell you straight away. But our saint is Saint Blaise.
Saint Blaise. Yeah. Sounds fun. He sounds radical.
Yes, he had some pretty exciting times.
Yeah.
Let's see if Drunk Me recorded them in a useful way.
Does he go out in a blaze of glory?
In a manner of speaking, yeah.
And cool.
So, do you want to find out more?
I want to hear more about this radical dude. Yes, thank you.
Excellent. Well, okay. He was born into a rich and noble family, of course.
Aren't they all?
Right. But I guess, like, you know, if that's the starting point, it can only go upwards from there, right?
I guess. You know, this is like every time you see somebody in public office and you're just like, oh, what's their deal? It's like, oh, went to Harvard or Yale.
Yeah.
Oh. Or in the UK, it's like, oh, they went to Oxford or Cambridge.
Yeah.
Gee.
Hey. Not all people who went to Oxford, okay? Hashtag.
No, you're going to start the not all Oxbridge?
Yes.
Hashtag.
Oh, God. No. But, I mean, you know, given how...
Some of us did nothing with our lives,
yes,
thank you very
exactly.
much.
Anyway, rich noble family, received a Christian education and was consecrated as a bishop of Sebaste in Cappadocia, which is now Armenia, while still quite young. He was also a doctor at the same time.
Wow, that he's got a lot of time on his hands. Yeah, wait, so we're just skipping over his whole childhood and he's just going from being born...
He was around, we don't know when he was born, but he died in 316 CE. Okay. So quite early on, and a lot of stuff that's written about him comes from, like, the earliest accounts are from, like, several hundred years later. So there's not much on his early life. But he had an eventful later life.
I was going to say, but usually when they're elaborating these biographies hundreds of years later, and they're like, and when he was a child,
a dove came and shat on his head.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he once helped his mother find her lost keys by mysterious... And they knew he was touched by God. You know, there's like a lot of little stories about how, as a child,
true.
like, so, okay. So,
well, maybe all the sources I found wanted to skip over anything too out there, which, as you'll see, is saying a lot because they've left a lot in.
Okay. So he's a doctor and a bishop.
Yeah. And as a doctor, he would go into every home at all hours of the day and night, knew both the rich and the poor. just to say hi.
Bursting into homes.
Yeah.
It's me, it's Blaise! Jesus, like, God damn it, man, it's 3 a.m. Why are you in our house?
Every time someone strikes a match, he's like, did you call for a blaze?
It's time to blaze it up in here. And you have the electric guitar.
He was very popular with pot-smoking teenagers.
Exactly. Maybe that's why they skipped over his younger years.
Yeah, maybe he had a misspent youth.
Yeah, but he's just a delinquent, started a lot of fires.
But yeah, also, given that what we know about diseases now as well, like especially with COVID, it's like going into everyone's homes all the time. Not the best for not spreading disease.
I'm just popping in to let you know your neighbor had a horrible cough and disease.
Contagious
I was with him for several hours, but I'm going to every house now just to let everybody know.
I did kiss him on the mouth. It didn't help. I'm feeling a bit weird now, but
I mean, it didn't help him. It helped me. I mean, made me feel pretty good. I do love a good smooch.
Hey, I mean, he felt better too. No one had wanted to kiss him for weeks. Anyway, so yes, he knew both the rich and the poor, comforted, cured, and advised them all. He doesn't discriminate as a doctor, which, you know, I mean, I would say, like, a low bar for whether he's a good doctor or not.
Yeah.
But, you know, in those days, although, you know, in America,
yeah, right? Yeah, I was going to say, like, that doesn't seem like any doctor I've ever seen, but all right.
As a bishop, he did the same thing. He encouraged his flock, visited the imprisoned, and gave support to the martyrs.
He's like, you're doing great out there. Hey.
Yeah. Good dying. You're killing it. Wait, they're killing you.
It's like, hey, can I just say your form up on that cross is just spot on.
Just going to the bear pits or whatever where they had to fight lions, just holding like a flag being like, Thomas, go!
Yeah, you can do it.
We're rooting for you.
I think you're really going to get the lion that time.
Oh, God. Yeah, he's like the most constantly disappointed sports fan of all time.
It's like, why do you keep betting on the martyrs? It's really a bad bet. I mean,
they need the encouragement.
I get that the odds are really good, so if it does come through, you're going to be really well off. But
it's a good point. You know, you could bet £10 or 10 denarii on like everyone, and then that like the one time that they didn't get killed by the lion from some fluke. Maybe there was like a fire or
like
something.
The lion had eaten like 10 people and just wasn't hungry anymore, and we're just like, okay, well, I guess that guy technically won.
Yeah, it all paid off, and he made it rain. But anyway, yes. But there were a lot of martyrs at the time. lifetime, because the emperor during his lifetime was first Diocletian.
Boo!
Yeah.
It's like our arch nemesis in this podcast.
And another guy who also enjoyed persecuting Christmas?
The Grinch?
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I am still drunk. Licinius, who also enjoyed persecuting Christians.
Christians. Good work. Hey, wow. I'm glad you got one of the core concepts of the podcast on the second try.
Hey, I've been pretty quick, pretty loose, I think. Anyway,
That's right.
So when Licinius took over, all his governors had sort of free reign to start persecuting Christians as well. And the governor of Cappadocia and Lesser Armenia was called Agricolaus, or later it's Agralaus in other accounts. So yeah, we'll just call
Either way,
him.
it was a louse.
Yeah, and aggressive. The aggressive
Real
louse.
aggro.
Yeah, aggro louse. There we go. That's what we'll call him. So he began persecuting. Fucking hell.
Persecuting. It sounds like he's giving them makeovers.
Yeah, it's just an early Christian queer eye. Anyway, Agrolaus began persecuting Christians. Many hid themselves from the persecutors by going off to desolate and solitary places. Blaise likewise hid himself away. So you thought that was going to go another way, and I'd be like, but not Blaise.
Yeah. Usually these assholes are like, you know what? I think the best thing for me to do is put up a big old sign. So far, Blaise is the smartest saint we've talked about.
Oh, it doesn't last long.
What's up? There's murder squads? I guess I'll hide. What are the rest of you doing? Not hiding? Okay, whatever. See how that works out.
Yeah, so he hid himself away on Mount Argios, where he lived in a cave, or in some accounts, a ditch.
Oh, I hope it was a cave. The ditch sounds like, what? Why would you live in a ditch? It feels like just live on the flat ground. Like you're better.
Well, I guess with a ditch, you'd be more hidden than in the open air.
I don't know. If you're up in the mountains, right, where nobody can find you.
Yeah,
These arduous
you
mountains,
don't need
right?
to be in a ditch.
Yeah, it's like you're getting in a ditch. It's just like, well, that's just going to fill with water.
That's true.
And debris and stuff. It's just like, just lay on the ground at that point. You're not gaining anything from the ditch. I don't know that you really.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you've lost your respect from him. You heard he hid, and you were like, "That's a good plan."
I'm like,
and now,
smart.
And now he's disappointed.
Like, cave, good idea. What ditch? No, idiot. I'm thinking less that he hid is that he just got lost and fell in a ditch. Now
It just broke his ankle. He couldn't actually get out.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because there are multiple accounts, we'll just choose the account where he was a bit smarter.
Okay, good. We got to choose your own theology.
Choose
here.
your own saint adventure. Yeah, pretty much. Wild beasts would come up to him and meekly wait until he'd finished praying, because he'd bless them.
Oh, it's like they would wait and see if he was dead. And then when he would move, they'd be like, all right, well, we'll come back tomorrow.
So, the saint, he healed sick animals by laying his hands on them. These beasts, including lions and tigers and bears...
Christ.
No, it's oh my! The beasts tended him because he cared for them whenever they were hurt. And in some accounts, the animals would share their own prey with him and also wouldn't leave him alone until he'd blessed them. So,
it's like an owl there, like, I brought you this rat. Are you going to bless me or what? Come on, hey.
Pretty much. Especially with owls as well, like, they cough up pellets. Like, are you not going to eat that?
You need that. It's full of hair and bone. Come on, why do you want it? Wow.
Where's my blessing? Also, according to other accounts, crowds of people heard about him as well and came to get blessed as well.
Okay, well, now he's a shitty hider.
Yeah. Terrible at hiding.
I get that the animals can find him because that's where they live and they can, but then if people can just find him, then you're not hiding anymore.
Yes. I guess if animals are flocking to you, then that might be a giveaway as well. Like, you could just look up in the mountains and be like, where are they all going?
Yeah. Oh, that's so weird. Just a whole bunch of bears went up there. Yeah. But then again, if I saw a bunch of bears going someplace, I'd be like, I'm probably not going to go
You probably
there.
wouldn't want to go there. Yeah, that's true. Well, interesting you should say that, because in fact, his hiding place was discovered by hunters who were seeking animals for the amphitheatre to fight Christians.
Oh.
So that's an honest living that you can make.
Yeah,
just
come
finding wild beasts to kill Christians.
Oh, not everybody can work in an office like you. Some people gotta put food on the table by
and
capturing
put Christians in the animal bellies.
Can I say this is like two bad things? Isn't only they trapping wild animals, they're trapping wild animals to then be used to murder other people. It's like, really, you're just a real special kind of asshole.
Yeah. In other accounts, the hunters were actually servants of Agrolaus.
Oh, okay.
So
they were just out like hunting for the weekend.
No. They were still finding animals, but it was for his specific purposes, I guess.
Purposes? That sounded sinister. Well,
it is sinister.
He's making animal-human hybrids.
Well, no.
Like Diamond and Dr. Moreau over here.
I think making people fight wild animals is pretty sinister.
I think sinister implies that it's a hidden kind of evil.
Right,
I think this is just evil.
Openly evil. Yeah,
this is pretty openly evil. I mean, if you're selling tickets to the act, it's pretty openly evil.
Yeah. Hey, again, honest living. So the hunters observed Blaise curing sick and wounded animals, and because the animals were so tame around him, they thought he was a wizard and wanted to present him to the governor. Although on other accounts they thought he was a Christian and kidnapped him to take him to the governor.
I think wizard is a much more reasonable guess than Christian.
Well, I think it would have been a better fate for him if he'd just been a wizard.
Right.
Like, they would have been like, cool, entertain me. Whereas, I guess with a Christian, it'd be like, entertain me by dying.
It does feel weird. Like, this is a skill that Christians have seemed to have lost over the years, which is the ability to...
Well, all the miracles, really, are like, why did none of them happen anymore? Maybe it's because they never did.
does question. I mean, it does really question. Like, if that was something that was part of your religion, like, why would that stop?
Yeah. And, maybe it would be cooler if these things did still happen. I mean, you do hear in evangelical churches of people claiming that their leg grew back in prayer and stuff like this. I guess it does happen.
I mean, there are snake handlers in America. Do you know about this?
Yeah, I think I read a novel called The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. Okay. I think that has snake handlers in it. Yeah. And it's very odd because it is like tied up in Christianity.
Yeah, it's like Pentecostal things. They're like, oh, I'll handle these snakes, these poisonous snakes, and God will protect me from the snakes. Which just, hey, you know what God's doing to protect you from snakes? He's like putting snakes out in the wilderness.
Yeah. And, leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah, it's like he's not dragging them into your fucking congregation. But, they'll, like, handle the snakes and then be like, see, I didn't get bitten by these snakes. Or then if they do get bitten by the snakes, they'll be like, okay, well, but I'm not going to die because God. And then sometimes they die.
Yeah, it's a bit like, did you read about that woman this week who died because she was like, I'd rather take my chances with COVID than with the vaccine, and then she died of COVID.
Yeah. Wait, was this the Polish folk singer, or was this
Czech,
apparently...
Yeah.
The
Czech
yeah. I think I think you're right, Czech. And then also apparently Meatloaf.
But yeah, Meatloaf died, but not of COVID.
No, supposedly that's the information that's coming out now, is that he was really ill with COVID.
Oh, right.
Prior to his death. So maybe it's like a thing where it...
Well, he was a crazy Republican, wasn't he? So maybe he was
also very anti-vax.
Oh, really? Oh.
But I feel like if you can't trust the opinions of a man who's decided to call himself Meatloaf well into his adulthood...
Anyway. Yeah, meat for short as well.
What were we even talking about? Snakes? Oh, beasts and things, wizards.
Being an animal whisperer, and how that doesn't happen anymore.
All right, yeah.
So on some accounts, they were just going to kidnap him straight away. On others, they were trying to persuade him to come with them because they thought he was a wizard. I think in the accounts where they realised he was a Christian and were going to take him away, it says that they would have just taken the animals and left him be, except the animals wouldn't leave his side. So
were they like, wait, if we bring this guy, will the animals all come with us? This would be the easiest hunting trip we ever did.
Maybe that was it. They didn't have to sedate them or whatever.
Oh, it's the 4th century. They're not sedating anybody.
Well, how on earth do you... Well, because you've got to capture them live, right? Otherwise, they're no good for tearing up Christians limb from limb. So
yeah, but like sedatives was a club.
Okay, I didn't look into the exact mechanics of how it worked, but I guess having an animal whisperer with you would have made it easier.
Yeah,
I guess.
indeed.
So in the accounts where he wasn't like forcibly taken away straight away, he had a dream the night he was discovered, in which Jesus appeared to him, saying, "Arise up and make to me a sacrifice. Lo, here be the knights that come to fetch thee at the commandment of the prince," which I think is the governor. And the knights said to him, "Come out from this place, the president calleth thee." I think that was after the dream. And Blaise answered, "My sons, ye be welcome. I see now well that God hath not forgotten me." So he went with the hunters.
Wait, God doesn't forget what? I don't understand.
Yeah. So, well, it's in like, oh, going with you to my death is God's plan.
Wait, so God was giving him warning, and then he was just like, okay, I hear what you're saying, God, so I should definitely go with them and be murdered. It's like, no, that wasn't.
Well, yeah, because Jesus says, make a sacrifice to me.
Oh, make a sacrifice.
Also, yeah, sorry for the language. That was from a translation from Latin. So
wow, you translated from Latin. That's really impressive.
I'm really going above and beyond, you know?
I know, wow.
So I'm trying to prove myself.
This is why you got that very good recommendation from me.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, so couldn't the sacrifice have been like murder these guys?
Yeah.
Because frankly, didn't they deserve to die?
I mean, a lot of these miracles never make sense, do they? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, in terms of people who deserve to die, I feel like the guy who is healing animals and minding his own business in the woods versus the guys who are hunting animals and then using them to murder other people.
Maybe it's like, well, because in the Old Testament, Yahweh was very big on like killing, enemies or like people who weren't Israelites, and including babies. So the idea of the New Testament is like to try and undo that. So maybe they're going too far in being like turning the other cheek and be like, I'll die instead of these assholes.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Because it does feel like there was a middle thing there where God could have been like, there's guys coming, run.
Yeah.
And be like, thanks for the heads up, God. As opposed to just like, there's guys coming, I guess just die. But
I haven't forgotten you. You'll get a really good seat at the table. It won't be near me, but it'll be at the table.
At the table. Yeah, maybe it's just like, you know what? Why don't you just get murdered and then we'll hang out? Once you get murdered, we can hang out all the time.
Yeah, that's very true. Why be all like, I love Jesus all the time if you don't want to come and spend time with him IRL,
Yeah, or IR death.
Fair enough. So he perhaps voluntarily went with them to the governor.
Yeah.
Along the way, he healed the sick and worked other miracles. One famous example, a destitute widow complained to him of her misfortune. A wolf had carried off her small pig, which was her only possession.
That's adorable.
Clearly his reputation as an animal whisperer preceded him. So he smiled and said to her, "Good woman, anger thee not, for thou shalt have again thy swine."
Have again thy swine.
And to the astonishment of everyone, the wolf came running back and returned his prey unharmed, and then presumably then just left without harming anyone else either.
Just was like, I didn't know. I didn't realize that you were a friend of Blaise. You know what? I
feel terrible about this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really not helping the reputation of wolves here. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be good for the wolf community, and
he came back in sheep's clothing.
I mean, this implies that the wolf was like, I'm going to take this pig and then keep it for a while.
Yeah. Play with his food, I guess.
I guess, or I don't know. He's like, maybe he's starting a pig farm of his own. This wolf's like, I'm getting out of the scavenging business. I'm going to get some pigs of my own.
He's going to breed them and do like artisan sausages.
Exactly.
So real entrepreneurial trailblazing wolf.
He's trying to convince the other wolves. He's like, guys, think about it. If we have our own pigs, then we don't have to keep going into town and stealing their pigs.
Yes. Teach a wolf to eat pigs. He'll eat pigs for a day, but teach him to breed them.
No, you give a wolf a pig, he'll eat for a day. You teach a wolf to pig. Wait, that isn't...
And he can pig out for the rest of his life.
I don't know. Anyways.
There you go. I think that would make a good t-shirt as well.
But wait, so they're dragging him to the governor, and in the meanwhile, he's just like, I got to stop and...
heal these people.
Heal these people.
Yeah,
are they like dragging him along?
To him to like do a miracle to like save himself.
Yeah. Does feel like maybe one of the miracles could be like his chains fell off and he ran away,
or he was carried away on the wings of a large bird.
Yeah,
that'd be
or
good.
A bear. Maybe a bear runs up, scares the guys away.
Yeah,
he jumps on his back, he rides back up into the mountains.
That would be way better. Sadly. I mean, none of it's true, but sadly that is not an accepted account of what happened. Further down the road, a distraught mother, whose only child was choking on a fishbone, threw herself at his feet and implored his intercession, which I feel like even back then, you would know that if your child is choking, like, hit them on the back first before you try prayer. Right?
I think fish bones are tricky, right?
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe don't give your tiny child fish. Or, like, take the bones out?
I mean, I'm saying fish bones are tricky. It's hard to get all the little bones out.
Okay.
I think you're blaming the mother here. and
Yeah, it's easy for me to judge. I'm not a parent.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's the thing, right? And maybe he just picked up the fish bone and put it in his mouth, because it's tough to like stop Tavish from eating like stones
Anything.
and things.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Like he'll go over to a potted plant and he'll grab a fistful of stones off the top and just try, and you have to be like, no.
That's really not helping his reputation as like a baby giant.
Like, I need him to keep my teeth sharp. Yeah, but yeah, so she's, how long was this kid choking that she was like, I've given up on everything, I guess I'll throw myself at the feet of this stranger?
Well, again, maybe his reputation, maybe she was
so.
like, oh, he's coming down the road, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, in some accounts, the child had already died, so she was waiting too long there.
So wait, in some accounts, the kid's already dead from swallowing a fish bone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, she threw herself at Blaise's feet, imploring him to pray for her and the boy, or child rather. Touched at her grief, he offered up his prayers and the child was cured.
Oh.
Which is odd that he did it by prayer, if it was
because he is a doctor.
He's choking, because he's a doctor.
Yeah.
So maybe it makes more sense that he'd already died.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's more of a miracle, I guess.
Right.
Consequently, Blaise is invoked for protection against injuries and illnesses of the throat.
Oh.
So you see why I said it's good news for you, because you said you had a cough earlier.
I
So
see.
very serendipitous saint today. Also, because now they've taken away all the fucking protections against COVID again, saints are going to be all we have.
Okay, all right, calm down.
No, I'm so cross. So yeah, we're recording this while Boris Johnson is still Prime Minister, but by the time this goes out, who knows?
He'll still be Prime Minister.
What the landscape will be. We don't know.
He'll be Prime Minister for the rest of our lives.
which are going to be very short.
Yeah, which may be tragically short because he's Prime Minister, but either way.
Ugh, okay. Once they arrived at Agralaus, he greeted the bishop with words of deceit, calling him a companion of the gods. So, basically, I think this is saying, like, you can get out of being killed if you say that you're a pagan.
Is he finally the guy who takes the deal?
Based on what you've heard of him so far, what do you reckon?
It's so disappointing. I just want one guy to be like, okay,
Sure,
yeah. Who do I love? Jupiter? Yeah, best. That guy. Love him. And all the Venus and Mars and Dopey and Stock and Sleepy.
Would it be so hard just to be like, sure, yeah.
Cool. And then, so I just go out this door here? Okay, cool. Well, you know what? This has been a fun trip. You guys, we've been hanging out. We've been lots of good times on the road. And it's been great to see you again, number one. And I'm just going to pop on back to the mountain and totally probably stop and sacrifice a ram to somebody, I guess, Neptune. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
See ya.
And then he could resurrect the ram.
Yeah.
Afterwards, if he wanted to, which he probably would. However, sadly not. Blaise answered, saying that the gods were in fact devils. So they beat him and led him off to prison.
Oh.
On the next day, they subjected him to tortures again.
Yeah.
When they led him back to prison, 7 women followed behind him and gathered up drops of blood, which is useful. You always want women to be around to clear up the blood from when you've beaten someone, right?
Sure. Are these like his big fans? Like these are groupies. It's like, oh my god, we got some of his blood.
Yay! Let's put it in cocktails. I don't know.
Love you, Blaise.
Yeah. Unclear. In some accounts, he's tortured with a wool comb, and his skin is flayed. So that's why there's a lot of blood. It's not just
wool. I was like, a wool comb sounds soft, but it's a comb for wool.
Yeah, not.
So it would be
not
very
made of
sharp
wool.
metal.
That would be, horrid.
Yeah. Okay.
So the guards arrested the women and tried to compel them to worship the idols. The women pretended to consent to this.
Thank
Smart.
you. Thank you. These
of
are
course,
my
it's
favorite.
women.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, we've been lying about liking things that we don't like for years. So we can.
They pretended to consent to this, but said that first they needed to wash the idols in a lake. You see where this is going?
I'm not gonna worship some dirty ass idols. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love them so much, I'm going to clean them straight away in this lake. So they took the idols and threw them into a very deep part of the lake.
Oh, we dropped them. Oh, we just... Well, hand me that other one. I'm sure I won't drop this one. Oh, I kept dropping. Oh. Wow,
Basically.
what luck. I thought you were going to say I was really hoping they were going to baptize the idols. They're like, idols are Christians now. Can't take it back.
That would be good. After this point, they were fiercely tortured. So I guess they didn't really pretend to consent in a helpful way to them. They just sort of wanted to throw it more back into the Romans' faces.
Guess so. Well,
like, ha! You losers. Your idols are gone now.
What are you going to do about it now, huh?
Again, it's not a good trade. Like, oh, we threw 7 idols into a lake, but now we're going to die. It's like, surely 7 pagan idols that have been got rid of are not worth the same as 7 lives. Like, that maths, I think, is poor.
But, like, I don't know. It was like, what was their end game? They were like, yeah, we got rid of your idols. What are you going to do about it now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to torture us to death? Oh, shit. We forgot about that part.
That's what I'm saying is, like, the equivalence is really bad. You know, we died, and what did we achieve? Well, there are 7 fewer idols now, you know? It's like rubbish. Who am I to judge?
It's like, we have a guy that that's his whole job. He makes them.
Just making them, yeah.
He's making them all day. Like, it's really not oh no.
Also, not very good for the environment.
What do you think the idols were made out of?
I don't know.
They might have been made out of lead, so yeah.
But, I mean, sure, if they were made out of wood, they would just rot. But, like, what if they were painted?
They also would have floated. It's like, that would have been really great. Like, we threw the idols in the lake. Hey, what do you think about that? Oh, they just popped right back up again. We did not think this through at all.
There you go. So they were probably made out of something heavier, which means they take ages to decompose. Ruin the ecosystem there.
No, maybe they're made out of stone, and then they make like a little coral reef for the little habitat for the fish. Yeah, see?
Wait, so the fish are worshipping idols now? That's terrible.
I just live in them. Fish don't have any gods, Anna. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, given that the boy nearly choked to death on a fishbone, you could say that the fish are the worst kind of pagans.
Yeah, think for once.
Sorry.
Anyways, so they tortured these 7 ladies.
Yeah, which they stoically endured, strengthened by the grace of God. During these tortures, their bodies were transformed and became as white as snow.
That's just blood loss.
God. I was going to say, I think it's meant to symbolise that they're like virgins again or something.
Oh, right.
But blood loss is a more realistic explanation.
Sexuality didn't come up. Like, why are we doing... anyways, I was like, this was kind of a refreshing story about ladies and Christianity because, like...
feminism, yeah.
They seem smart. They seem like they have agency. Their sexuality's not coming up.
And then it's like, no, they gotta be pure.
Well.
Well, one of the women had 2 young sons who implored their mother to help them attain the kingdom of heaven, which is very weird because you're like, oh, you're getting tortured to death. I want a piece of that.
Yeah. So this is the kingdom of heaven? Not bad.
So this woman, who is not named because, of course, entrusted her sons to the care of Blaise. Then the 7 women were beheaded.
Entrusting your children's care to someone else who is in the same prison as you, it feels like a not good long-term
You meet a great guy in prison, you become really good friends. They become stand-in father for a very temporary time, as we shall see.
I was going to say, I don't feel like Blaise is very far behind here, but...
Good foresight. He was brought before Agrelaus and again unflinchingly confessed his faith in Christ. So the governor ordered that the martyr be thrown into a lake. Poetic justice, I guess, for the idols.
I guess so.
The saint, going down to the water, signed himself with the sign of the cross, and then walked on the water as though it was dry land.
And ran away? Did he just run away to the other side of the lake? This guy.
Of course not.
I love you. They bring him down to the lake, and he just walks across the lake like, you're a move. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's like he's got all this power to save himself and he's just like showing off. Maybe I think he is a wizard.
Perhaps.
Because all his miracles so far just seem like kind of tricks,
Wouldn't it be great if he really was a wizard and then like Christians took it and they're like, no, he was a Christian, and he's just like, shit, like, the best wizard ever. What the fuck? Stupid Christians.
But I mean, if he hadn't been a Christian martyr, then we would probably not know about him. So he's a wizard who managed to rebrand.
But I'm saying, like, this is like one of those things where Christians take like Saturnalia or Lupinalia, like these,
and just make it shit.
Yeah, they make it Christian. Suddenly it was Christian. It was Christian all along.
Yeah.
All these pagan traditions, they were Christian all along, it turns out.
Yeah.
It's always about God.
In a different account, instead of him walking on them, the waters remained frozen like ice, unwilling to be an accomplice in the death of this holy man. So the waters have agency.
It's like, hey man, leave me out of this.
I'm a neutral observer here.
Look, I can't go back to jail. All right, I'm on probation as it is. I can't be part of this.
Addressing the pagans who were standing on the shore, he challenged them to come to him while calling on the help of their gods. 68 men of the governor's retinue entered the water and immediately drowned.
None of them could swim? Like what?
Apparently not, which I found really weird. I guess like they might be wearing heavy armor.
That's also true.
He's like, come to me. However, after that point, he remembered the angel's message from when Jesus appeared to him in a dream. So I guess in other accounts it's an angel. He heeded the message of his dream and returned to shore, i.e. to his death.
Okay. It's like, I killed 68 guys. I feel like I proved my point.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get killed now.
Yeah. Agrelaus was in a
Actually,
rage.
And honestly, like, how dumb are these Romans that they are like, okay, after like the first couple guys drown, it'd be like,
yeah.
All right. But
well, maybe they ran like in a big group.
Oh, you think they did it as like a mob?
Like a charge, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if I saw somebody walking on water, I'd be like, all right, well, I'm willing to hear him out about his religion.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Like, because surely if the point is to convert people, then you do a better job to save their souls by letting them.
Yeah, I thought what you were going to say is like, he was like, hey, if you take up Christ, you can come and join me here on the water. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then none of them did.
None of them did, yeah.
Well, maybe it's like a test, like proving my God is real and yours is.
True. I mean, I get that. That's the whole point of that. But like, I don't know. At the same time, just like run to the other side of the lake, dude. You know that they can't follow you.
That would have been better for him. But that's the point. He heeded the angel's message, or Jesus' message, that he had to go to his death.
But I mean, like, yeah, but even if you didn't think it was Christianity, you'd be like, well, this guy obviously has powers and abilities that I don't have.
Yeah. You
just want to be like, no harm, no foul, buddy. You know what? We I don't know what's going on here, but it's beyond my experience level, and I'm just gonna so let's just go our separate ways.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I guess maybe they were still more scared of the governor than of this dude. So anyway, after this, Agrelaus was in a rage over losing his finest servants. They were the finest ones as well. They sound pretty stupid. Yeah, like imagine how bad the other guys. I mean, fair enough that he was in a rage, to be quite honest. Like, now I'm left with these even bigger morons.
Wait, how many? 60? What? How come they didn't after the first couple? Oh my God. Those were our best guys.
So he had Blaise scourged and decided to starve him to death in prison.
Scourge him.
Yeah. His plans were thwarted when the woman whose pig he had returned secretly brought Blaise food and candles in prison to dispel the darkness of the gloom.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. When it was discovered that he was still alive, the governor ordered soldiers to rake away his skin with a wool comb. And then, yeah, well, I guess by then it may have healed over.
Yeah, time to go back to the classics, boys.
No starving to death. That didn't work. So then he was beheaded alongside the two sons of the woman who had entrusted her sons to him.
Duh.
Shit godfather, good wizard, not very good at self-preservation.
We're just going to leave you with this stranger. So now you live in the prison, boys. Be good. Your new daddy. Like
God, they're in a better place now.
I guess, yeah, because they were in a prison before, and now they're not.
Yeah. Oh God.
See, this is like another example. This is also another example of like they went to beheading, and it's like just start at beheading. You want somebody dead.
Wasted so much time.
You have swords. You know how to do this. You just did it to 7 ladies. What the hell?
Yeah, but like 68 of his best men have gone. He's got to get creative.
I guess. But at the point where like you're like, this guy's responsible for killing 68 of my men by walking.
Yeah.
Let's just get this guy out of here before something else goes wrong.
I guess what we've learned from other saints, though, is that chopping off their head doesn't necessarily get rid of them straight away.
I guess. But I feel like, mussing up their skin with a comb also doesn't get rid of them straight away. Just like, let's just... Look, I don't know, like, there you are... Again, this is the whole thing with, like, you're Rome. You have all of the power to do whatever you want. Like,
but that's the thing. They're petty and sadistic, right? They enjoy doing the torture.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they should get, like... If I was coming up with tortures for Rome, I would get just, like, a big... stone, right? Like a big 2-ton block.
like a cartoon stone from like Looney Tunes.
Yeah, exactly. And I would just I would have like a system of ropes that pulled it up, and then you put a guy underneath it.
Did you have to pull your own rope up as well? Like the strenuousness of that?
Nah, you just no, don't even, you're overcomplicating it. Just you have like 7 centurions and an elaborate pulley system, maybe 100, I don't know. And you just lift up the stone and you put a guy underneath it and then you drop the stone and then these smush.
But that would kill them kind of instantly. That's the point.
That's my point. Is like that they're very, very dead and they're very, very gone. I just feel like,
but they don't actually want them gone. Like, it's not about them being gone. It's about them suffering. That's what they want. Listen, as an empath, I appreciate that they want to cause the maximum amount of pain.
I don't think that's what an empath is.
Look, I'm empathizing with the torturers.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is like a make work kind of thing. Like, we got to employ a lot of guys. I guess torture squad is just an easy way to employ a lot of guys. But it doesn't seem like you're putting your best people on the torture squad.
This is the Roman Empire equivalent of saying, like, Amazon creates lots of jobs.
Yeah. No, this sounds like, it's like, oh, my cousin needs a job. And I was like, I don't know, put him on the torture squad. But it's like clearly not your A team because they're not very effective.
Yeah, they're just violent, horrible, nasty people.
And then eventually it's just like, okay, well, who has a sword? Oh, everybody has a sword? Just cut his fucking head off. I don't know.
Okay, we'll try that. Yeah.
It's really annoying. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Well,
so he's dead now.
Yeah, that's it. That's his life.
All right. Well, thanks for telling me
that.
So
now over to you.
So what happened? Does he have any relics or?
He does. Some would say too many. For real.
Great.
There are multiple relics of Blaise in a variety of churches and chapels, including multiple whole bodies, at least 4 heads, several jaws.
Wait. And... Do the 4 heads include the ones on the bodies? So like...
Oh, I see, but they're whole bodies, yeah.
In addition to the whole bodies, there's several heads. In addition to those heads, there are several jaws.
So, several jaws and at least 8 arms. A man called Colin de Plancy in 1822 said, "With a little research, we would find Saint Blaise armed with 100 arms, like a giant of the fable. The fingers, teeth, feet of this voluminous saint are too scattered for us to undertake to bring them together."
Okay, now I understand why the Romans wanted to kill him. They're like, this guy's a freak.
Because he was just fucking terrifying.
Guys, this is very upsetting. I don't know.
Some of his apparent relics were brought to the West during the time of the Crusades, and portions of them are said to be preserved across Europe. In Italy, his remains rest at the basilica over the town of Maratea and were shipwrecked there during Leo III, the Isaurians' iconoclastic persecutions.
Wait, where were they shipwrecked?
Maratea in Italy, which is the province of Potenza, which I've never heard of. Kind of south, looks sunny there. There you go. Nice final resting place, I guess.
Good place to get shipwrecked, I guess.
Yeah. I'd love to get shipwrecked in Italy. It's like the best food, as we've established before.
It feels like it'd be tough to get shipwrecked in Italy because it feels like you could easily get back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of train lines in Italy.
So, I see what you mean. So you would have had to made some really bad decisions to actually be genuinely shipwrecked.
Yeah, it's like people are like, my ship ran aground in this town. But they'd be like, no, the train station's right over there, bud. Nope,
True.
stuck here forever. Well, no, actually, because there's also quite a few bus lines and rental car agencies.
Well, I'm just going to write home and tell them that I'm stuck here forever because it's kind of nice. So, in Dubrovnik, his feast day is celebrated on the 3rd of February when relics of his, including his head and a bit of bone from his throat, relevant, his right hand and his left are paraded in reliquaries.
Wait, there aren't bones in your throat.
Well, not if you've choked to death on a fish.
I guess. Just all the fish bones that have accumulated in his throat over the years. Yeah, whatever.
Maybe your spine?
I guess. I mean, that's in your neck, but I mean, your throat is all cartilage. There's no bone there.
Oh, maybe they mean cartilage then.
That's a first.
Yeah, so
you don't get a lot of cartilage relic.
So the festivities where his relics are paraded around begin the previous day, which is Candlemas, when white doves are released.
Oh, sounds fun.
Yeah. Historians of Dubrovnik attribute this veneration to a vision in 971 where Blaise was said to have warned the inhabitants of an impending attack by the Venetians.
Mm-hmm. Alien invaders from Venus, run!
Oh, hon, no, I think it's Venice.
Oh, this sounds
I'm
fun.
sorry. It would have been way more cool.
Yeah, they had death rays and what a great time.
But no, I like this. So they dropped their anchor in a place called Locrum, ostensibly to resupply their water, but furtively to spy out the city's defensives.
Mm-hmm. Hey, could we have some water and some maps of the town?
Water or your whole pipe system, either will do.
Yeah. And while I'm here getting some water, are there any obvious weaknesses in your town defenses or no, just here to get water. Why would you suspect anything else?
Nothing. So Blaise revealed their pernicious plan to a canon of St. Stephen's Cathedral, and the Senate summoned this canon, who told them in detail how Blaise had appeared before him as an old man with a long beard and a bishop's mitre and staff, and in this form the effigy of Blaise remained on Dubrovnik's state seal and coinage until the Napoleonic era. So that's why he's remembered in Dubrovnik for saving it. The main way he's remembered on his feast day, which is the 3rd of February, so you can get involved too, there's still a few days, is through the blessing of the throats.
Okay.
Big on throats. Because he saved this fish boy.
Right.
A blessing is said while candles in the shape of a cross are held to people's throats.
Wait,
the blessing
candles in the shape of a cross?
Yeah. I think they hold the candles like this.
Oh, I see. I thought it was a special candle that had side, and then there's a wick that sticks out each side, and then there's 3 flames that...
That would be cool.
That'd be pretty fun.
That would be cool, because then each flame could be part of the Trinity. Anyway, the blessing is, through the intercession of Saint Blaise, bishop and martyr, may God deliver you from every disease of the throat and from every other illness. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. These candles...
But it's like disease of the throat, and you know what? Just anything.
Yeah, basically.
But then why are we specifying? Why
is it the throat blessing? Yeah, weird. So the candles may be joined together by a red ribbon, which red is the colour of martyrdom because of all the blood.
That makes sense.
So yeah, I guess the candles are tied up with this red ribbon into the shape of the cross.
Okay.
Although it is generally the custom to touch the throat with the candles, it is not required, especially if the candles are lit.
Yeah, I was going to say. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah. If anything, that would make your throat more sore.
Right. If you're touching the candles with the throat, then you're really worrying about chin injury there.
Yeah.
You're getting the flames on the... Anyways.
Sometimes the candles are held over the person. So rather than... So you're blessing their throat, but not going actually anywhere near it. In Germany, the blessing of the throats is given with lighted candles. It is frequently also given on the evening of Candlemas, which is the previous day, because more people attend Mass on that day than on Blaise's proper feast day. So it's literally a movable feast.
So Saint Blaise isn't as much of a draw as Candlemas.
Yeah, as Candlemas. People friggin' love candles.
Oh, Candlemas is so great. Somebody gets just the candle work in that day.
Just stunning.
It's just
top
love
of the
it.
range.
You just so many candles, and you're just like, wow, it's so great. And then it's and then I'm gonna go out tomorrow for Saint Blaise. Candlemas is a tough act to follow.
Yeah, for sure. So let's just amalgamate them. In the church of San Carlo in Rome, which is dedicated to Saint Blaise as a co-patron, the blessing is given with a relic, which is in a crystal on a large ring, which is then the ring is pressed against the throat.
Wait, so the relic is...
It's in a ring.
It's small enough to fit inside a crystal.
Yeah,
inside a ring.
Maybe it's a big ass crystal on a ring. It's a very blingy ring.
Do you think it's like a tooth or something?
Yeah, it could be. Or even I don't know, an eyelash.
The eyelash of Saint Blaise is the most...
Well, his tiny random extra throat bone, In the Armenian Catholic Church, the neck is anointed with oil on a cotton swab or on a candle. I feel like you shouldn't put oil on a candle. That makes more of a blaze, but maybe that's the point.
Yeah, it does seem like that's the fire hazard.
So, based on all that information, what do you think his patronages are?
Is he the patron saint of having multiple careers later in life? He's both a doctor and a bishop? I know.
No, but he is the patron saint of a lot of different kinds of professionals.
Oh, okay. Well, he was a lot of different kind of professionals.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Is he the patron saint of getting shipwrecked?
God, there are so many. He could be.
Is he the patron saint of being a shitty stepdad? Is he the patron saint of water safety?
Is drowning on there? Don't think drowning, I don't think water safety is. But construction workers, apparently.
That's not a thing.
No.
With water. I don't know. What are his patron dishes?
So, in terms of the professionals, somewhat cruelly, I would argue, he's the patron saint of wool combers.
Oh, what? Yikes.
Which is pretty gross.
Actually, I think that being the patron saint of wool combers is I am in favor of these being used for their intended
for their
purpose.
proper use.
And
yeah,
nothing else.
Good point. Pigs and swine herds.
Okay, that's good.
Which makes sense. And cow herds as well, even though there isn't a cow miracle.
Wait, but cowboys?
I guess so.
Ran the lonesome prairie, singing your prayers to Saint Blaise.
Farm workers, musicians who play wind instruments, but not other musicians. Not sure why. Oh, maybe it's because of the throats thing. He's also
the throats thing. What?
Well, the blessing of the throats.
Right. Yeah, right. I guess that's true. Okay, so anything that has to do with breathing. So
yeah.
It's like.
So he's against respiratory diseases, coughs, headaches. I guess are related to sore throat, fever, sore throats, throat diseases, ulcers, whooping cough.
Bit of a tickle.
Yeah, he's against all those. He's the patron saint of healthy throats.
Is he a patron saint of against phlegm? So you have
not
real
no,
phlegmy
not
in their throat and your...
Not that I can see, but he also randomly is against bladder diseases, which I'm not sure what they've got to do with your throat. A lot of diseases, I guess, because he was a doctor.
Right.
He's also weirdly he's the patron saint of animals, but also the patron saint against wild beasts, which I think is a bit unfair because he had loads of friends who are wild beasts.
Right.
But so maybe he's like, I'm not against wild beasts. Some of my best friends are wild beasts.
Yeah, it's he seemed very pro wild beast.
Yeah.
I guess is it protection against wild beasts?
Yeah, probably.
So, but he was also, he was just all the wild beasts are my friends.
Yeah. Pets in general was good. Okay. Pigs, and I think that's the only specific animal named. Cattle, actually, yeah. And also randomly motorists. Don't know why. He definitely didn't have a car.
No, he didn't. But not like boaters. If you're boating... Seems like he'd be good.
No, well, obviously Brendan the Traveller is the sailor.
That's true.
The main sailor guy. So he's not treading on his turf.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did travel from the mountain to... Seemed like that was kind of an epic little road trip he had where he was...
It was a good road trip.
People.
Maybe that's why he's the patron saint of the motorists.
Should be patron saint of road trips.
I guess cars are very polluting, which can also be bad for your respiration. So if he's protecting them, might help.
But then it seems like he's working against his own best interests to be in favor of motorists.
He was not really working in his best interests in life.
That's true, yeah.
By the looks of it. So yeah, loads of patronages. I'm not going to go through them all because that would be a bit dull.
Oh.
But he is the patron saint of Dubrovnik. He is also the patron saint of Dalmatia. At that point, I don't understand why they don't make him the patron saint of all of Croatia, but there you go.
You say Dalmatia? Is that where Dalmatians come from?
Well, yes, I want to say. Well, because Dalmatian means from Dalmatia originally, right. I would say.
Croatia, home of the spotty dog.
Well, there's the Dalmatian coast, isn't there? Which sadly I don't think is just a beach full of adorable puppies.
Aww. It's 101 Dalmatians come to life.
Yeah, they should make a theme park there just for that. Anyway, Paraguay, several places in Germany, and 20 places in Italy, including Naples. So,
but not Venice, because fuck those guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he warned against the Venetians.
Yeah, the Venetians suck. Did he ever go to Germany? No, he never went to Germany.
No, he was always just in Armenia, I think.
Definitely didn't go to Paraguay.
Maybe there claimed to be relics there. Who knows?
Possibly. There's enough relics to go around the world.
You can have one of my least favourite heads.
Yeah. This is my third left foot.
Well, that's the thing, is it's still a head, so that's still pretty good, but it's just the tertiary head.
But here's the thing is it's one thing if it's the head of Saint Blaise, but if it's not the head of Saint Blaise, then you just have some random dude's head, and then you're a weirdo.
Well, why do we have relics only of saints? Maybe we should all just be robbing graves.
Huh?
Just all have our own. I mean, the dead don't need them.
I think that was Ed Gein's.
Your reference has gone over my head.
Ed Gein, a famous early serial killer.
Cool.
Inspiration for both the movies Texas Chainsaw Massacre and
Excellent.
Psycho. Anyways, but he used to rob graves. He was less of a serial killer and more of a grave robber.
Well, if only he'd focused on that hobby, that would have been harmless.
Yeah. It's a victimless crime.
I mean, it is. It's weird,
I mean, compared to murder, yes.
Like, crime is a social construct.
But also grave robbing feels wrong on a moral, like,
yeah, but only because of the taboo, right?
I suppose.
Like, if you don't believe in souls and the afterlife, then they are just, I guess it's like the family who have buried that person should have their respected.
Right. I guess you're saying, like, in a perfect world, we could just, when somebody dies, we could just give the body to weirdos. And they could just do whatever they want with the body.
That would mean they didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, they didn't kill anybody. They just want the bodies, and you don't want the body anymore because it's a dead body. But they're like, oh, I'm very much interested in having this dead body.
No reason. Well, maybe there should be a pipeline. So, like, first you get given to science. They take all the bits they want, and then anything else recycled, and then any bones can be. What can bones be used for?
Scrimshaw? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could use them for skeletons and stuff. And
good crosses. Halloween decos. And then weirdos. Yeah. They can be included in this perfectly running society where there's no waste.
Yeah, so, like, were you sure you don't want this box of feet? Because I'm going to use them. That'd be great if, like, outside of all, like, I don't know, like medical schools, there's just, like, a free-to-take
free to a good home.
Oh, so many eyeballs in this one. Nice.
But yeah, I mean, why is it acceptable just because Catholics do it?
No, I guess that's true. No, you're right. You've turned me around on this whole grave robbing thing. Guys,
cool.
If you're out there.
Join me next week, live from the cemetery.
Yeah, we're going to go grave robbing. Guys, here in Oxford, we're going to dig up Tolkien's grave.
Oh, wow.
Is that in Oxford? Seems like it
Yeah,
should
it is.
Right?
Yeah, it's in Wolvercote.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm not going all the way to Wolvercote. Never mind.
That's where I live.
Well, I'm not going there. Well, so he sounds like he's got a lot of patronages. Good for him. Anna, do you think you'd ever see a time when you would have Saint Blaise intercede for you?
I mean, I guess if my child was choking to death on a fishbone and I'd tried everything else, then...
But we've established that you would never do that because you would be a much better parent than this.
Well, I mean, not to judge, but, like, I, will not be feeding my child fish under any circumstances. So, well, I just don't like it enough. And also, fishing is very bad for the sea. And so, like, they might occasionally have a bit of meat if lab-grown meat isn't, like, big enough as a thing by then. But, mainly flexitarian with no fish is my diet. So, yeah, it won't be a risk for me, I guess.
But on the off chance that they pick up a fish bone
from
on
the
street
floor,
or something,
then that would be the time to get in touch with old Blaise. And yeah, as I said, I think he's relevant for right now because we're all a bit worried about sore throats.
Too true. I think that, he'd be good to intercede if, say, well, not if I was trying to escape. I feel like he's a bad guy.
Really bad.
If you're trying to escape government
Romans.
Persecution.
But if you need to tame some wild animals, very handy.
Yeah, that is very handy. I feel like, that would be the best. Aside from living in the ditch, we assume he didn't live in the ditch. Living up in the woods on a mountain with just a bunch of wild animals hanging out, and they bring you meals and stuff of varying qualities.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe he had a lot of practice about the choking on bones because of all those owl pellets. I should also mention, because I said he had a lot of patronages and I didn't want to go through them. I made a mistake because he is the patron against storms. So I guess that is relevant to the sea in a way. And he is also against snake bites. So that was relevant to the snake charmering that we were chatting about earlier.
Yeah, against getting snake bites, but once you have the snake bite, he's like, sorry.
I guess so. I guess you get your chance with your patronage.
Yeah, I think if you had, like, if I was going on a road trip, he seems like the guy, because it seemed like he had a pretty good road trip with those.
Yeah, it's very eventful.
Despite being taken to prison, it seemed like he did a lot of fun stuff. And
he made the best of it.
Yeah,
sure.
He really did. Best of a bad situation. Saint Blaise.
There you go.
He's there to make the best of a bad time, but doesn't know how to help himself, And they say God helps those who help themselves, but Saint Blaise was not about that noise. He was just helping himself into the dungeon. Anyways, Anna, thanks so much for bringing me this fiery tale of a martyr who went out in a blaze of glory, as it were.
You did. You are welcome. Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye.